I'm going to read some poems. This is called June Bad Advice. The 9th consecutive year of the rat, someone told me. I saw 4 foxes, someone told me. Wild mint and sunlight on metal, I had to go inside and tend internal. Phoneme tender, with my back to the forest, someone told me. Real hands clapping, real body, mock planet, like to talk about scale, green immature, green blanket, speckled with credit, speckled with game. Someone told me, just to watch the country disappear, and the brains with a toe in the discourse, grapefruit juice and lemonade, slate luminous grey, reaching for it. And if we were saints, we were patient, talked down to, true and yet to be true. Someone told me, wild irritates skin, like method, didn't get the memo, got the rumour, and my body's still only a checklist. Check who's listening. Rough public, brushed the surface, sheer and glassy, and there are other bodies doing body things. Someone told me, it's the season for praising, praise everything. This is called Angel Tire Unit, which is something that I saw on a van. Here we are. What the day does up to no one through a glass door, does it go to where you've got to get to? Whole streets still sleeping and the people hours ago. Heavy sky and the sky even louder. Soft power. I hate the summer when it starts, and when it ends, I tell my friends this. Sure enough and restless over. Gather damage to the limit, overflow. And if you fake transparent, who will save you? Song, not exactly clouds for writing down with. Bad grace, junk, science, and mortal. Resting my voice. Close to mute and nearly midnight. Are you ready? I can't remember who says what to who. It's called Rote Coda. What we want is surface come back champion clusters. What we want is sober April script consensus. Hands free from the national average, the avant-garde and what we did with it. The numbers, the shades, the late fees, the whole gang stupid in replacement. All that, what we endless rest on. And all the body talk, and everyone's sore, unbalanced throat, and not knowing, and knowing that too, and not wanting to know. Pages of elegant foothold. This doesn't really have a title. And I guess I'm sort of filling in for Julian Volaski, American poet who couldn't be here, who I would like to send my warm wishes to. But this poem's not much of a warm wishes kind of poem, but okay. And aren't you tired of everything folded into true and regular feelings, and the word for what I'm looking for, more edges serrated, less, it's okay, where's my gold neck brace, where's my gold peacock buried in the yard, and the boys with embroidered shovels shove it and the damp ground back. The joke is you're still here, using your real boots in hard decay, and I cover my name tag, go to sleep for 10 years, the great poem about suffering, the great poem about not suffering, throw everything away, keep everything. Okay, and I'm going to read another thing. It will take 10 minutes, and I think it's finished. I started it earlier in the year when an American blogger called Sarah Larson invited me to take part in a kind of project where you send postcards to other poets. So that's the kind of form of these poems. They're small, right? And I thought I would take advantage of this and try and write a sequence of poems, not really being very true to the idea of letting these poems go out into the world. So I've kept them back for myself. This is called Vernacular Captions, and it has an epigram. Also, all of the poems have titles, but the titles are all just like gestures, small gestures that might like clear his throat, scratch his head. And I'm not going to read those out because they're kind of stupid, but they have to be there to hold the poem together, right? And the epigraph goes, and people will get hit with stones that I throw at my neighbour's dogs. Not only hit, that is the least of the whole, but they insist on blaming me instead of the stones, and tell me their heads ache. Why it is the greatest piece of folly on record. It's Emily Dickens. True story. In 1995, I slipped on hexagonal basalt and cracked my head against the North Atlantic Ocean. Lemon zest, aniseed, cinnamon. Injury is the origin of poetry, and it tastes like salt and blood. Sitting at this desk is going to kill me, said the poet to the muses. Half sounds like a seagull, like a dog. Okay, poet, said the muses with a twist. Go out into the fields, become a specialist. And what was in the fields? A giant unglazed urn, a severed floating head, a herd of deer, 1,000 poets, all standing in the sun. Sit still, said the urn to the poets. It started snowing. It started snowing, said the disembodied head. It's important to destroy your early work, said all the poets, and the work of others, parents, teachers, friends, lovers of the second decade, lovers of the first. It's important to destroy the poet, said the poet to the poets at a mild symposium for reluctant objects, dreaming of lip balm and a cool breeze and a bouquet of asters and japonica. And from Germany, you get all these messages. The spirit world is superior to grammar, and so am I, sarcastic and glowing. I had defiant orders and a project, a softness for oracles, a mania for prediction, a solid belief in prophecy, but more than that. We had to fall out all at once, first in secret and then in substitution, vertical and lying down also. When the analyst shows up, he offers you candles and a bouquet of japonica and aster. What we're here for is destiny and the song of being alone. You wanted to give mouth to the fragment, lose a tooth like that, like an American poet in the nondescript century, writing terrible books about something you love. Me and the grid-like go abstract and clean. And from France you keep picking up these signals. If the child is unhappy, the house bears the marks of his distress. I open the window to let the air out, and some big noise arrives, comes to slap the day around. Get out of here. Go to the fields and undress. Homer was killed by a riddle, told by some fishermen or children. What we caught, we threw away, and what we didn't catch, we kept. The answer is head lice or humans, children or moths, the death of the century public. Insects kept coming into the house to die, and we all had erections like a metaphysical poem. I retract that. Diaphanous pleats, the taste of straw, the colour of February light. I retract that. It's all fake translations, said the baby with his mouth full, to general agreement in the language of God. Where'd he come from? How'd he get here? So fluent, so sudden. And who pulled the coin out from under his ear? I don't need it. Don't recognize luck or the rhymes of my name. And the sailors burst out crying in ridiculous applause. Okay, headlights, said the poet to the headlights. I wanted my poem to really begin. We had to get into German Romanticism in order to get out of it. Like swimming in a silver lake beside a great volcano and waking up and finding out that fascists in the circle trashed our stuff, stole our snorkels, wrecked our books. Fuck those guys. Goethe belongs to me and Rosa Luxemburg. And you, if you still want it. And the poets all chanted, you can't live good in a bad equation. You can't take pleasure in an aquarium. Such strong boundaries, such strong teeth. I agree with you. I agree with each of you in sequence. I heard them whisper, why so little? Why still so skeptical of epic? I look just like my mother in the mirror, and if the song broadcast forever, I was lucky. But who would jump in water in the night? It's so cold, and there's no goldfinch to feather your ears. No goldfinch, no feathers at all. Treat where you live like a punchline, said the poet to whoever, holding the sea between your teeth and torn pink stitches, the inexact texture of protection. But I'm in solid standing with the light, said all the poets, with their jokey, excessive breathing. When I go there, the food is good, the world is simple, and I know the sorry drill, the false alarms, mid-December starting quiet, grey and textured blue. A little artless song whistling through the Bluetooth and what our solidarity is based on. Blue gauze on the windows catches the light, how the heat is uneven, shared fragments of bliss. Whoever said that, said this. Flakes of paint and concrete and small parts of a point all stuck to my lip and my hair. I just want to be high quality, said the eager to the willful. A thick strip of weird to hold the thing on. This is my thing now. The poem and the end of the beautiful. True story. In 1991, I got a pitchfork stuck in my neck, climbing in a garage full of firewood. This really happened. Really did. Like the Gulf War, the USSR, the death of the poet Laura Riding. Only what is comic is perfect, she said. And it tasted like sugared almonds, a little resin, a little sap. All my favourite poets stopped writing, turned into deer, went to live in the deer park, got killed by riddles and surveys. And then they came back, speaking with accents and a limp. So I spit some gunk out to keep going. Late to get here. This one's abstract, yelled the people. There's no people. Go problem by problem alive. I remember dreamy poets, tender, reckless, and the big abrupt city, a cloud of smoke on Google Maps. I want my poems a little beaten up, badly made, a little needy, basically unappealing, lit by absolutes, a new night. Get you gone from the holy place, said the oysters to the angels with incredible teeth. The body parts are all together, said the baby, said the basalt, said the feathers. Cows are avant-garde. Milk is socialist realism. Sunlight is relative, spring absolute, deluded, alive, incoherent. Nice to think your thoughts are worth recording, said all the daughters in the field, feeding the deer white bread and black coffee, cinnamon, honey and butter. Come see me, be solid, be mineral, do it with boxwood, the unapplied arts. At the loose end of gender, the boring part is over. Let be concrete what I do. A Mr. Peanut bar, a sparkling Rubicon, black cherry and raspberry, and into the day. The past tense crutches usurp the day glow. 2000s were too long, said the poets to the soldiers. We had to break up the syntax, like the end of a party, because of the war and technology and the careers blooming like asters at the symposium of interested teenagers. Okay, says the pink floating brick, missing its target forever. You vote with your hands, you vote with your feet, you speak with your tongue and your teeth. The guy on the night bus screaming shit. This part is for him. And the night still, a little sweat behind the ear. The world will abandon not you and not you, not you and your captions vernacular. No one has to like what you do, said the mother to the son. Or was it, kiss me, said wild to the Arctic, to the wild, unincorporated sun? Thank you.